As the world progresses in a fast pace with a blanket of concrete structures covering it, seldom does anyone stand against the tide, giving the world that soothing look of nature, curing many a soul who happened to walk into that space. Here is one such place, the Sycamore, that stand testimony to the hard work of one such person, who spent a lifetime researching and experimenting on giving nature its due and making the best of it. This house is constructed in such a way that it is energy neutral and water neutral with lowest energy consumption. It doesn't even require fans. Few features of this house is the underground air tanks near water tanks acting as cooler, the solar panels on rooftop acting as umbrella, staircase as chimney, turbo ventilator as exhaust, and parapet walls with holes aiding cross ventilation. The car porch is covered with passion fruit that gives a cooling effect to the ground and also produce some good fruits. When many of us find it difficult to dispose of the used bottles, they are made best use of to construct the compound wall. It is topped with some broken pieces of granite stones and filled with water that quench the thirst of many chirping birds on a daily basis. The algae in it reduces evaporation of the water, thereby sustaining the water body in it. The bottles give a different look and feel to the compound wall. It can also be covered with creepers. A car charging point is provided in the entrance itself. There is this coconut tree that everyone said need to be cut to make way for the sliding gate system. But instead, the stone was cut in curved shape in order to save the tree. Door of the charging point is made by joining waste pieces of plywoods. The painting on it gives a soothing artistic touch to it. Here you can see a 3-layer filter system attached to the compound wall to eliminate the solid particles in the sewage treatment plant water. The filter water is not only used to water the plants in the entire plot, but also to support the aquaponic system. The system is made in such a way that some water remain in the pipe and rest of the treated water is stored in a tank beneath the kennel. The path to the kennel has a place underneath where paper and other waste is collected, where termites destroys it. The interesting part of the kennel is that it is constructed using bottles, and the bottles are kept horizontally on one side and vertically on the other side, thereby giving 2 different temperature levels. This gives the dog a choice in different climatic conditions. The other part of the kennel acts as a decomposing plant for food waste. The corner of the house nests the birds when it's time for them to lay eggs. The stones and pebbles around the place, as well as around the well, help the rainwater seep down easily. The well is used to rear fishes and algae. The compound wall that is constructed in such a way that it can be filled with water and the fishes can be left in it. It will give more space for the fishes to move around. The fish tank water is pumped into one of the tanks overhead. It is used to water the plants. The well collects the rainwater since it is open, and the rainwater seeps through the pebbles around it as well as gravel in many parts of the compound. The main feature of this house is how the cooling happens. This is facilitated by 2 air tanks, the first one between the well and the water tanks. The air from the well enters tank 1 and the heavy cool air moves downwards. This cool air enters tank 2 and here too the heavy cool air moves downwards. Through the outlets of tank 2, the cool air flows into the house. The south side pipe facilitates the movement of cool air into kitchen, dining and bedroom of ground floor. The north pipe facilitates the movement of cool air into the drawing room and the other bedroom. The heavy hot air moves upwards through the staircase. Every place in the house has vents through which the cool air enters. In the drawing room, as you can see, space underneath the staircase is used to place television set and piano, thereby saving lot of space. Piano rack can be kept closed when not in use. The other side of staircase has racks which can be utilized for various purposes, thereby saving lot more space. The dining room need no lighting except at night due to the large window which makes use of most of the sunlight. The window faces south to make use of maximum sunlight through the day. The wall in the dining room is made of shelves, the altar and the kitchen shelves on the other side. Since wall is eliminated, it gives more space all over. Water purifier is also placed in such a way so as to save space. Portion of the staircase is utilized for wash basin. Most of the essentials are placed to save as much space as possible. Here you can see the doors in different dimensions. This is to aid the maximum use of space. If both the doors are of same dimension, it covers the wardrobe door. By making one door smaller, the door of the wardrobe that facilitates the wall can also be opened. As you can see here, the cot is also made of many racks. It can be used to store many things. There are also shelves in between the rooms acting as walls. The storage space is also built into the walls. Even the flush tank is placed within the wall, utilizing maximum space. The wardrobe in every floor has a built-in space to keep the ladder too. Similar to ground floor, cool air from tank 2 enters the bedrooms of the first floor and the heavy air flows upward through the staircase. The first floor too gets sunlight by the way the structure is made. Here too walls are made of shelves and wardrobes. Here you can see the wardrobes as well as bookshelves on either sides acting as walls. The table here is made without legs. This makes it easier to clean the floor. Every room in the house has these openings through which cool air enters the house. Here you can see the pipes through which cool air enters all over the building and the pipe for rainwater harvesting. As mentioned earlier, the staircase acts as chimney through which the hot air from all over the house moves upward. Here too, on the top floor, shelves are made where many things can be stored. The top of the house has a turbo ventilator through which the hot air from within the house exits. Here, the holes in the parapet is meant to facilitate cross ventilation. The solar panels makes use of the maximum out of the sunlight and also acts as an umbrella, thereby keeping the house cool. Energy generated is made use of for the entire house and excess energy is fed to the grid. A terrace garden is created underneath the solar panel. The turbo ventilator here is meant specifically to let out hot air from the kitchen. As seen here, it is the water from this well that is used to water the terrace garden. Moving to the top, the solar panels are facing south to make use of the maximum sunlight at any season. Solar water heater is also used to provide hot water to the entire house. One of the tanks on top is for storing the water. Water from the fish tank is stored in another tank that is made use of for watering the plants. Another tank is used to store rainwater that is made use of for washing vessels and other activities except for drinking. Hope this video was informative. Thank you.